You expect your car to run smoothly, but that expectation vanishes when something goes wrong. If your vehicle shakes while idling but feels fine while moving, it can be confusing. Many drivers aren't sure what to make of it. You might even start to wonder if it's still safe to drive at all. To help you get answers, we'll walk through the most common causes. We'll also include the average repair costs for each fix. Hit subscribe and let's dive in. First up, bad motor mounts. They keep your engine secured to the frame of the vehicle. When these mounts wear out or fail, the engine starts moving more than it should. This movement causes noticeable shaking, especially when the car is idling. It's a strong sign the mounts need replacing if the shaking reduces in neutral. When driving, the vibrations may be less noticeable. Now let's talk about worn belts and hoses. These components need to stay properly aligned for your car to run smoothly. Damaged belts or hoses can lead to both noise and shaking. Take the serpentine belt, for example. If it's loose or worn, it can increase vibrations. Worse, if it snaps, it might damage vital engine components. In severe cases, a faulty vacuum hose could be to blame. It might also cause hesitation or surging, lowering your car's performance. Next, a malfunctioning fuel intake system. It could be the reason your vehicle is experiencing rough idling or shaking. Over time, the fuel intake system gets dirty and can start to malfunction. Dirt and deposits may build up, clogging valves and reducing efficiency. When these valves are clogged, fuel flow becomes inconsistent, which leads to vibrations during idle. If your engine runs rough, using an OBD2 scanner can help identify the exact issue. It's a cost-effective way to narrow down the problem. If misfire codes appear, inspect the ignition coils and spark plugs. Now, let's move to the idle speed control or throttle body. Most cars idle between 600 and 1000 RPMs. This ensures the engine stays on and powers things like the AC. Some engines rely on an idle air control, IAC valve, which helps regulate idle speed. However, the IAC can get dirty with carbon deposits and cause erratic idling. Newer cars may not have this issue, since many now use electronic throttle control instead. Fouled spark plugs. These may be the simple fix you need. When plugs are dirty or fouled, they can misfire, causing the engine to shake or idle roughly. It's an issue that regular maintenance can prevent. Replace spark plugs according to your vehicle's schedule, typically between 30,000 to 150,000 miles. Now let's cover how to fix a car shaking at idle. Replace motor mounts. If the engine shifts too much during idle but drives fine, one or more mounts may be broken. Try gently pushing the engine to feel for looseness. Replacing a broken mount is necessary to stop the shaking. Expect to pay $200, $700, depending on how hard it is to access. Parts may cost $50, $150, with labour making up most of the cost, often $150, $550 more. Replace worn belts or hoses. The cost depends on what's damaged. For example, a serpentine belt might cost $100, $300. Labour can be $75, $225, while the belt itself is just $25, $75. Vacuum hose repairs can range from $150 to $1,000 depending on location and difficulty. Repair fuel intake system. Start by inspecting the intake system and also check the fuel pump. Services vary by vehicle, and the type of fuel induction service needed will depend on how dirty things are. Sometimes a cleaning is enough, but in other cases, the throttle plate or valves may need work. A full service can cost up to $150. Some people choose to try fuel injector cleaner to save money, but it's not always effective. Fix idle speed control. You can clean both the throttle body and IAC valve. The IAC is usually near the throttle body. If cleaning doesn't help, then replacement is the next step. This can cost $100, $500, with parts making up $50, $300. Clean or change spark plugs. If the engine misfires at idle, spark plugs may be to blame. You can clean dirty plugs using a wire brush and special cleaner, but replacing them may be more efficient if they're badly fouled. Most spark plugs cost between $5 and $25. Labour is often the most expensive part, especially in hard-to-reach engines. Found this helpful? Hit like and subscribe.